We struggle at Jasco. We have so many processes and so many like department specific processes that people that have been there a long time and then leave, and then it just goes with them.
So we utilize Workfront for project tracking for our product team and for our sales teams primarily. We use those for project tracking. Some of our processes in Workfront are very particular in how things work and how data has to be entered. A really good example of that is in our product management projects, we have to enter in model numbers for the project, for the models that are on that project. They have to be entered in a very specific way with a comma in a specific spot, no spaces, that kind of stuff. And that data feeds into a report that our marketing department can pull, and it pulls everything that they need about those items. But we consistently saw people putting in those model numbers incorrectly, and then marketing was like, hey, I can't pull this report, what's going on? It would, I mean, Bettina and I would have to stop everything we were doing, go investigate, look at it, tell them it was set up wrong. And I mean, that's 30 minutes out of our day. In a typical process, marketing would get a request and then they would click on a hyperlink that would pull this report for them just automatically from their dashboard in Workfront. And it's, 10 seconds. You click on a link, it generates a report. That's that. When that doesn't happen, they go to click on it, it doesn't exist. They have to submit something to product management. They often don't know what's going on, why it's broken, because they don't see the same thing that marketing sees. So then they submit a request to us to go and investigate. We're usually in 7,000 meetings. So they're on hold. And oftentimes, I mean, it could be the next day before we get a chance to look at it. Take that 30 minutes to go in, backtrack into whatever that project is, find the error, reach back out to product management, say, hey, here's the issue. Please go and fix your model numbers. They have to stop what they're doing, go do that. And so sometimes something at the end of all of this, considering everybody else's workload, something that would take 15 seconds for marketing to just click a link and generate a report, they may not be able to actually generate that report until 3 days later. I would say when we first did that dashboard and realized that that was a problem, I mean, honestly, I think it was probably about 50% of the projects, Bettina, that had broken. So we recorded, that was one of the very first tangos I actually recorded, was how to put in those model numbers when you're creating your project so that it would actually walk them through it. And what's great about the Guide Me feature specifically is there's so many different data points that you have to enter into Workfront when you're creating that project that you get really lost going back and forth, and you might end up accidentally on step 8, but really on the form, you're only on step 4.
We've had training videos before, right? Like where we've recorded videos, but like nobody wants to sit and watch a 5-minute video if they just forgot how to do one part of it. You know what I mean? I think the thing that has worked well specifically and why we chose it for the guidance feature is that somebody's not having to sit there and watch a video and then go do the thing. They can do the thing while it's telling, you know what I mean? Like I think that's the big time saver too, of like not having to look at a document and read it and then go, okay, it says click here and now I gotta go find, so just doing it itself, I think, is a time saver too, because they can do it while they're doing it, right? With the guidance thing.
I think the biggest thing has been saving time. So like we rolled out a SharePoint integration with Workfront, and I think I lost count of how many 30-minute meetings I had to set up with people to walk them through how to link their SharePoint to their Workfront. Whereas now I'm like, oh yes, let me send you the Tango on exactly how to do that. And it saves me so much time just in those 30-minute meetings. Another one is, Workfront integrates with Teams and with Outlook. And it is just downloading those extensions and signing in and all of that, but it has to be done a specific way because the URL has to be entered a specific way or whatever the case is. And those, again, death by 30-minute meetings where I was having to set those up constantly just to walk somebody through, literally just, hey, I'm sitting in a meeting room, click here, click there, enter in by Jasco before this, www, and then click here, click there. And it's 30 minutes of just telling people where to click.
Yeah.
is all it was, but we had no good way to walk people through that. And I sent people to those tangos so many times. The last time we created a training document for our product development team, it took literal months. It was going through manually taking screenshots, inserting them into a PowerPoint, hand typing all of the steps, all of the fields. It it took us, Bettina was.
I mean, it was a while because it was over 100 slides. I mean, it was in
Mhm.
PowerPoint. It was over like 100. It was probably
Yeah.
150 slides. But
Yeah.
also like in the time it took us to make it, stuff changed, of course. So like that's the other thing, right? Like I think that's the nice thing about Tango too is it's easy to update when stuff changes because it changes all the time. And you don't have to like redo. I don't know. I just like it because if somebody, you just update that Tango, it's still in the same spot and people can still use the same link. It's the same, you know what I mean? You don't have to go update it in 14 places.